I'm Representative Henry Wayne Howard, and we are here to give you another legislative update of what's going on here in Atlanta. And I'm proud to have with me today Representative Bob Trammell from LaGrange, Georgia. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you for joining us on Parade of Quartets in Augusta, Georgia.
Great.
You're carrying a piece of legislation that is pretty popular around here. It's expanding the Medicaid Affordable Health Care Act. Tell us about it.
Sure. House Bill 823, the Expand Medicaid Now. It is a Medicaid expansion. There are presently 478,000 Georgians that lack insurance coverage because we have not taken the federal funds, as 32 other states have done, to expand Medicaid. So that's 278,000 Georgians who would qualify for Medicaid expansion, and another 200,000 that can't presently afford the subsidy that's offered for the marketplace exchange.
Yeah, and if we break that down into layman's terms, there are gaps out there.
That's right.
That some folk who don't make enough money to afford health care, but not enough money to pay for health care.
That's right. So if you're working, you're in one of these gaps. You're working, but you do not make enough money to qualify for the subsidy that kicks in.
Right.
But you make too much money to qualify for Medicaid, and it's even more complicated in Georgia. If you're between the ages of 18 and 65 and you're single, no kids, you can't qualify for Medicaid in Georgia.
Right.
If you are a single father or a single mother with two kids, you have to make less than $7,600 to qualify for Medicaid. So those are those gaps we're talking about.
And those are some of the folk that need it the most.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
We were in a meeting, and I'm one of the co-authors of this bill, or supporting you with, as well as many other of the legislators here. But we were in a meeting, and you told a compelling story of let's tell our story, so we can give legislators here the justification to support this bill.
That's right. And in brief, I was contacted by a young lady, 36, who has a specialized disorder that requires a $7,600 a month medication, which she can't afford. And she's single. She falls into that coverage gap. And it's stories like hers that we need to be able to tell. So we have a website.
There you go.
expandmedicaidga.com. So if you go there, you can find out facts about Medicaid expansion and tell your story, so we'll know your story and can be able to share it.
And by telling the story, other legislators can hear about this, or call your legislators in your area would be another way to get your message out. But for sure, go to that website, expandmedicaidga.com.
That's right, expandmedicaidga.com.
So that's a good place to start. And let's tell our story, or let our audience, tell your story about how this is impacting you. So we really appreciate you coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Share this with us.
And I appreciate your co-sponsorship of this important bill.
Well, thank you, and we look forward to continuing to push it.
We'll do it.
Right.